Here's something to keep in mind if you are thinking about putting your house on the market soon to get it sold. You pay me nothing until I sell your house, and then it comes out of the proceeds of the sale of either your house or your land. We're going to talk about some things that happen in a listing appointment when I go meet with you to sell your house. Darla, real estate agent with Real Broker. Loving life this morning. I have 3 listing appointments just this week to get people's houses sold. It is an absolutely great time to list your house, to get it sold, because lots of people right now, summertime, it's vacation, but what's right around the corner again in August is school starting up again. So people always in the back of their heads are thinking about if their kids are going to switch schools or begin a new school or something like that, where do they want to live? And so they're thinking about buying and selling. And actually it's a time where lots of people are switching jobs. So if I go meet with you to get your house listed for sale, the first thing to keep in mind is you owe me nothing until I sell either your house or your land, and then it comes off of the proceeds at closing, which means the closing attorney, the attorney that closes the sale of your house, closes the deal, will take my commission, and if a buyer's agent represents the buy side, they will take their commission off of the proceeds of the sale of your house or your land. And so that's how it works. And look, I just got into real estate 7.5 years ago, and I'm going to talk to you like I would have liked to be talked to before I got into real estate, because before I got into real estate, I had no idea how most of this stuff worked at all. The great news about a listing appointment is I was in education for 20 years before I jumped into real estate. So I love teaching. I love being proactive. And it's one of the hugest reasons that I close on average 65 transactions every single year. Sometimes lots more than that. But it's because I feel that I do a very good job on the forefront of being very honest with sellers. And by being honest, I mean telling them the things that not every realtor is going to have the confidence to say because they're scared to hurt their feelings. Listen, there's a tactful way to say everything. So when I meet with you as a seller, every single thing that I tell you is based on now over 600 closed transactions that I've closed in the last 7.5 years. It's based on data. It's based on knowing what sells and what doesn't sell over and over and over again. Here's something else to keep in mind as a seller, that I pay for everything up front, which means the marketing, the advertising, the signs, everything that goes into making sure that your home gets sold. And that doesn't change whether it's a $200,000 home or a $1 million home. The process is exactly the same. So when you're thinking about selling, remember everything that I do when I meet with you is simply going to be recommendations. You absolutely get to decide what avenue you want to take and what you want to do. So when I meet with you, I'm going to give you an idea of what price range we can sell your home for based on what things you are willing to do to prepare it to hit the market ready to sell. So I'm going to give you recommendations on things that I know over and over and over again get houses sold. And none of it is going to require a whole lot of money. Most of it's going to require a whole lot of sweat equity, which means your house cannot be too clean. It cannot be too decluttered. You get one chance to make a great first impression for buyers. So you're going to want to make sure that it's welcoming, that it has no smell, all those kinds of things, right? And I always hire a professional photographer and videographer who is going to make your house look better than it ever has looked. if you do all the things that I recommend that you do. We're also going to talk about pricing. I'm going to tell you these are the things that have similarly sold to yours in the last 6 to 12 months. What was the price per square footage on those homes that sold? I'm going to give you a price recommendation of what I believe will get your house to sell quickly. And then you ultimately, as the seller, get to decide what price you want to list it at based on the information that I have given you. And we'll have a conversation about, if you list it at this price, how quickly I predict that it could sell, or if you want to overprice it, which thankfully lots of people, I find, very much trust my judgment and don't overprice it. But if you choose to overprice it, what's going to happen then? So a listing appointment is a meeting between me and you as the seller to determine what's the best avenue to get your house sold as quickly as humanly possible with the most profit in your pocket at closing. So that's what a listing appointment is. I love listing appointments. 3 listings coming soon this week. And they're going to be in all different price ranges in all different parts of Acadiana. Remember this, as a seller, there are never enough homes for sale for buyers that are willing, ready, and able to make deals on houses. So if you are thinking about selling, it is an amazing time to be a seller. Remember, in real estate, there are no stupid questions. Call me, message me,